Jaylen Brown backpedaling, launches it up, straight money. Yes, it is.
The other way.
Jump ball, they're calling it. Sell it like everybody else.
Now his second. So out of the game, he's going to go. Here's Luka's handles.
Yeah. We're going to get some Globetrotter stuff, too.
(2023) was an NBA season for the books. We're talking buzzer beaters, insane dunks, broken records, and unforgettable moments. But as we roll into the playoffs, the big question on everyone's mind is, which team will rise to the top and claim the 2024 NBA championship? Is it the favorites who've dominated all year, or are we about to see a Cinderella story unfold? Stick around as we break down the season's top contenders, take a closer look at the underdogs, and make our predictions. Buckle up, because it's going to be an unforgettable playoff ride. I'm as pumped as you are for the matchups coming our way. Let's get into the contenders. The 2023 regular season standings tell an interesting story. In the Eastern Conference, we have the Milwaukee Bucks sitting pretty at the top, led by the Greek freak himself, Giannis Antetokounmpo. This team is as fierce as they come. With Giannis averaging nearly 30 points and 11 rebounds per game, he's been a driving force. But it's not just the stats. Giannis's energy and leadership on the floor make the Bucks a force to be reckoned with. They're well-rounded, tough defensively, and have a bench that's deep enough to support their starters. Now, flipping over to the Western Conference, we've got the Denver Nuggets, with back-to-back MVP Nikola Jokic running the show. He's a beast when it comes to reading the game. Jokic is like a point guard in a center's body, averaging almost a triple-double with his scoring, assists, and rebounds. When you add in the playmaking of Jamal Murray and the rising stars around them, the Nuggets have built a formidable team. Then there's the Boston Celtics, led by Jason Tatum, who's having an MVP-caliber season, and Jaylen Brown. Boston's combination of offense and defense makes them lethal in tight playoff scenarios. Plus, this team has experience. They've been through playoff battles before, and they know what it takes to win under pressure. Their defense has been rock solid, often suffocating the opposition. And if their shooting stays consistent, Boston is a top contender in the East. Let's talk underdogs, because every great playoff season needs a surprise. Starting with the Atlanta Hawks, they've shown flashes of brilliance this year. Trae Young, the heart and soul of the Hawks, has been on a mission to put Atlanta on the map. His range is borderline absurd, and his knack for setting up teammates makes him a constant threat. The Hawks have been inconsistent, but when they're on, they're nearly unstoppable. If they find their rhythm, they could definitely shake things up. Another underdog worth mentioning is the New Orleans Pelicans. With Brandon Ingram's smooth shooting and Zion Williamson's sheer power, they're a wild card. Zion's had his ups and downs with injuries, but when he's healthy, the man is practically a freight train on the court. New Orleans might not have the same reputation as the bigger teams, but that just makes them all the more dangerous. As we know, anything can happen in the playoffs. And who doesn't love a team that's hungry and out to prove everyone wrong? Here's where it gets exciting. Individual players with the potential to make or break their teams. Luka Doncic, for instance, has become one of the NBA's brightest stars. He's got it all: the vision, the handles, and an unbelievable basketball IQ. When the playoffs hit, you can bet Luka will step up. Remember his playoff performances the past 2 years? This guy lives for clutch moments. Of course, we can't talk playoffs without mentioning Steph Curry. He's got multiple championships under his belt, and his shooting alone can turn a game on its head. What about Kevin Durant, you ask? He's a game changer, plain and simple. KD's ability to hit big shots under pressure is something very few players can match. If he's in the zone, watch out. Who do you think is ready to carry their team to the top? Let us know. The playoffs are about more than just skill. Strategy is everything. Teams have their offensive and defensive playbooks on lock, and it's all about adapting to each matchup. Take the Boston Celtics, for example. They've got one of the most versatile defenses in the league. Coach Joe Mazzulla has drilled them to switch seamlessly, cut off drives, and keep shooters under pressure. It's not just about who can score the most points, but who can stop the other team from getting a good look at the basket. On the offensive end, teams like the Denver Nuggets run a more methodical game. Jokic is a magician with the ball, setting up plays from the high post. It's a slower style, but extremely effective. Compare that to the high-tempo style of the Golden State Warriors, where they run opponents off screens all night long. The contrast in styles is what makes playoff basketball so thrilling. You get to see who can execute their game plan best when the stakes are high. What style do you think will dominate this season's playoffs? Injuries can make or break a team's playoff hopes. Just ask the Phoenix Suns, who are anxiously waiting for Devin Booker's return. Losing a key player can throw off the team's chemistry, but having a deep bench can make a world of difference. Teams like the LA Lakers and Clippers have been no strangers to the injury bug either. But with players slowly coming back, they might just be ready for a run. When it comes to the playoffs, adaptability is everything. Coaches often have to make tough calls, and rotations get shorter. Some players rise to the challenge, while others crack under pressure. One thing's for sure, teams with depth and resilience are the ones that survive the grind. All right, it's prediction time. My pick for the Eastern Conference Finals, I've got to go with the Milwaukee Bucks. They've been consistent, and Giannis looks unstoppable. Over in the West, I'm leaning toward the Denver Nuggets, but don't count out teams like the Warriors or Suns. This year, though, we could see some serious surprises. Maybe an underdog makes it all the way to the finals. What do you all think? Which team are you putting your faith in for the playoffs? Are you going with the seasoned veterans, or are you rooting for the scrappy underdogs to make a deep run? Let us know in the comments because we want to hear all your thoughts and hot takes. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to stay tuned for more NBA playoff coverage. This season is set to be epic, so stay with us as we follow every jaw-dropping moment game after game. Until next time, let's keep the NB talk going.